Welcome to another edition of the Solopreneur Movement Podcast. Every single week, I come into your life with some type of topic or content that I know will move the needle for you, whether that's personally or professionally. As a solopreneur, it falls solely on you to do your sales, your service, your marketing, and all of this is a mindset. This week's topic, we're going to break down a time block gamification process. Time block is consistently one of the biggest challenges that I see people out there face. And working from within your calendar, it can be boring, and I don't like boring things, okay? So I'm going to teach you a gamification process that really helps you engage more with your day-to-day business following theme days and a color-coordinated time block system. For this podcast, we're going to break down a time block gamification process. Gamified really just means it's fun, right? Like there's nothing fun or sexy about time blocking and calendar management. So I have developed a color coding system inside of my calendar that actually helps me be not only proactive, but engaged with my calendar, okay? So I want to really help you break down this process because time block and time management is consistently the one thing that people struggle with the most, all right? So whenever I go and fill out my calendar, I use a color coordinating system tied to the high value activities that I really go out there and do, right? The high value activities for me and my business, just like yours, they're built around money generating activities. They're built around my service, which is more of my operational things. They're built on me going outside the office and taking meetings and attending events. It's built on me speaking. That's a big part of what it is that I do, obviously, every single day. And then I have buffer time built in, and I have holds on my calendar, okay? So this is the time block system that I use, right? Number one, there are three types of theme days that I use every single day, or every single week, I guess I should say, okay? Theme days is where you're hyper-focused on certain activities, right? So there are theme days for us in sales if we're going to do 60 to 90 minutes of proactive prospecting every single day, which is something that I certainly recommend and that is built into my 4-hour workday. If you want that download, go to the4hourworkday.com. But with that being said, when it comes to the 4-hour workday for me and my business, 60 to 90 minutes every single day is predicated on me being proactive in my prospecting. That means outbound sales activities, right? Because for me and my benchmarks, I need to have 5.7 meetings every single day for me to hit my benchmarks, right? So I typically say 5 to 7 meetings every single day that I want to have pre-existing. And in order for me to have that happen, a lot of times it has to be outbound activities. So there might be a theme day where you call on new business only, right? These are new leads or new prospects of people that you're trying to convert and set up that first meeting with, right? There might be a theme day where you're only calling on people that are in your current pipeline. As I hit my microphone there, calling on people that are in your current pipeline, that are in your fight club, which you're trying to follow up to close that business. You might be calling on your new clients and your past clients and your big advocates, right? You might be calling on your connectors, which are referral partners. You might be calling on your someday categories of people, right? But to simplify this, for me, when it comes to prospecting theme days, there are 4 types of theme days that I typically follow. Number one is simply new business, right? New business are my help list or my fight club. Help list, hey, I think I can help you. Let's have a first conversation, right? Fight club being we've had the first meeting. Now I'm trying to fight to earn the business and bring that thing to a conclusion, which is to close it, okay? The second type of theme day that I follow when it comes purely to prospecting are my favorite people. So my favorite people for me and my business, I understand that every one deal could be worth 5.7 additional deals. So I call on my favorite people, new clients, past clients, advocates, okay? The third type of theme day that I like to follow are my connectors, right? These are more my business to business partners. So I like to have 25 people at all times that are connectors for me in my database. Quite frankly, if you look inside of my database, I have way more than that, but that's a good benchmark for you. So a third type of theme day that you could follow when it comes to 60 to 90 minutes of proactive prospecting could be just simply calling on more of your B2B referral partners, your connectors that can connect you to the types of people that you want to be doing business with. And then the fourth category that I have are my others, and that's kind of a catch-all be-all. Those are my someday people, right? These are the people that are in my climber category. These are aspirational contacts. So I have a whole other category of different people that I call on as well, right? So those are types of theme days that you could follow. But I want to finally get into the actual color coordinating. All right. So when I look at my calendar, when I plan for the week, I can tell, hey, I have a heavy calendar that's filled with money generating activities, or this is maybe more of a backstage week within my processes, right? I have my backstage days, I have my performance days, and then I have my buffer days. Performance days, when I'm on stage, I'm doing my high value activities. I'm outside the office, right? I'm circulating with purpose. My backstage days are more my operational days where maybe I'm in the office catching up on things. And then I have my off days altogether, okay? Where I can just recharge. Typically that's on a Friday afternoon for me. A lot of times I go outside the office, I have fun. It could be on a Saturday, it could be on a Sunday, whatever that looks like for you. But those are the 3 types of days that I have: off days, backstage days, and performance days. So the color coordinating of all of this, I've been teasing this now the whole podcast here, but the color coordination for me are anything green on my calendar is for money generating activity, right? When it comes to new business, or maybe there's going to be a meeting where I'm going to ask somebody for a referral, that goes as green on my calendar, okay? So I'll just say this is the activity, could be a call so-and-so, it's going to be green, all right? Orange on my calendar is for operations. O equals operations, green equals money, right? But anything operationally or service oriented in my business, I will typically have orange on my calendar. And then for me, purple equals party or fun. Any fun activity that I'm going to be going out and doing, maybe a networking event, maybe a happy hour, things like that, I will put as purple on my calendar. And then I have blue. My favorite color is blue. My favorite thing to do for me and my business are speaking showcase events. So anything that gets me in front of groups of people, whether they're webinars like these or podcasts, or me obviously speaking out at events, those are blue on my calendar. And then red are simply block, right? Red, do not book, buffer time in between meetings or appointments, or, I need some downtime, or I need a full day off, right? So typically for red means Bruce time, buffer time, I'm blocking that off of my calendar. So those are ways for you to gamify your calendar. And then I left out yellow. So yellow is another category. Yellow simply means hold, right? So let's say you're trying to set up a meeting with somebody 3 weeks from now and you give them 2 different dates, and you put both of those on your calendar as holds, okay? Because the last thing that you want to do is give some kind of big time person that you're trying to meet with, hey, these are some options on the calendar, and then they finally come back and say, I'm confirmed on this day, and then you've already overbooked it, all right? Plus, setting it up that way, whether you use Outlook, I use Gmail or Google Calendar, plus setting it up that way with yellows on holds, it kind of actually helps you serve as a follow-up reminder. When you're looking at the next week ahead and you see a yellow hold, or 2 weeks ahead, and you see a yellow hold, hey, you reach out to that person on a Friday and say, hey, are we good for this day? I know we gave these couple times, all right? So this is a way for you to kind of color coordinate or color gamify your calendar and actually make it fun. And again, I can use this where I look behind the week behind and say, oh my gosh, look at all that green activity. So maybe now the next week I need to have more backstage stuff where I can catch up on that activity and follow up on that. But either way, this actually makes me inserting activities into my calendar fun, versus this is just a task for me to do and it becomes boring and it becomes blah, which is a lot of sales and a lot of business, especially working out of your calendar. So I hope that helps you kind of think differently about setting up your calendar moving forward. I really do think this gamifies it to actually make it a little more fun and a little more engaging, to where you actually want to get more things on your calendar, because at the end of the day, activities breeds the outcomes. So the more activities, money follows attention, and activity, the more activity that we have, the more success that we're going to have at some point into the future. But as always, guys, I believe everybody needs a coach in life. If you continue to tune into these podcasts, then obviously we share those beliefs. I believe trained people always outperform untrained people. We have launched our brand new website. Go to 90daysales.com. And you can see some brand new products and services that we offer. We've kind of restructured the way that we can go out there now and help more people through our services. 90 Day Sales Manager is specifically built as a selling software to help you be accountable to build and organize your database. So go check that out. It's now a low-cost monthly subscription. Through the end of the year right now, we have some different perks as far as signing up for that you'll get direct access to. So please do go check that out. And as always, we have our 90-day sales bootcamp, which is more of our coaching one day at a time through a curriculum. So with all that being said, guys, continue to go out there and chase your potential. That's really all that you can be in charge of during any challenging times, whatever it is. Wake up every single day, do the things that you should do, go out there and chase your potential and inspire others to reach theirs along the way. Thank you.